At long last, after nearly 30 years of absence, at least in the United States and some other countries as well, today we'll take a look at the all-new generation model, which is the redesigned 2023 Toyota Crown. Well, the only problem though is that this particular body style of this vehicle isn't a sedan nor an SUV, not even a crossover. It's a weird form factor between a sedan and a crossover, and because of this unorthodox set of design, I can't see any competition in which this vehicle can go on against. However, I really love the idea of this thin daytime running LED, which looks like a hairline across the whole front fascia, from one side headlight to another, which is so beautiful and futuristic indeed. But anyway, there's also a dedicated full-size sedan version of the new Toyota Crown, which can literally compete other rivals in its own segment, such as the all-new Hyundai Azera, the all-new Kia K900, and the all-new Genesis G80, and even the all-new Honda Accord, which has become bigger as well. I really love the design of the front fascia, especially when the front grille, along with the headlights, are so blacked out, which delivers a so tasteful, sporty-like appearance. You can pause the video now if you want, so you can read the details on this paper, but too bad that they didn't include the sticker price for it. Not only Toyota decided to bring back the Crown worldwide, but they also decided to kill and discontinue the Toyota Avalon, which looks horrible honestly, and replace it with this new and revived Crown, and hopefully it'll stay for as long as possible, especially in the EV space. Now you can pause the video here so you can read the information on the fuel card. I really love this curved and rounded like roof, which gives a beautiful style, but one thing worth noting is that the back slope of the roof keeps extending all the way down to the edge of the trunk, leaving no flat surface for the trunk at all. And looking at the side profile, which looks so beautiful and modern, even much more sophisticated than the outgoing Avalon, and as you can see here, the LED taillights look absolutely beautiful and futuristic indeed. And my favorite part is that there's an extended thin LED light bar covering the whole back of this vehicle. And honestly, this overall back design makes it look like it's another brand, not a Toyota vehicle at all. One thing I forgot to mention is that the powertrain of this Crown is hybrid, and there are also 3 other trim levels for the Crown, starting from the lowest, and they are XLE, Limited, and Platinum. But this particular Crown which I'm recording now is the top of the line trim level, and even higher than Platinum, which is called Majesta, and it's the most expensive of all trim levels. So let us know your thoughts about the back design and even the overall exterior down in the comments. Personally, I absolutely love the redesigned exterior, especially the back. And if you still remember what I said earlier about the Crown being absent for nearly 30 years, well, this is the last seen model of the 1993 Toyota Crown in most regions and especially in Gulf countries before the Avalon comes into the picture for the first time. And for the record, this new Crown is the 16th generation model. Now let's check out the Michelin tires, and the size are 225 on the width, 45 series sidewall, and 21 inches, which is nicely big indeed, and I kinda like this alloy wheel of 10 spokes, along with some brushed silver and some gloss black finishes, but not exactly my cup of tea honestly. But what I do like is the electric folding side mirrors, along with turning indicators and 2 cameras on each side. First one is for blind spot monitoring, and the second one is for a 360 degrees viewing angles for more visibility purposes. Very nice feature indeed. Moving into the front seat by starting off with this door panel, which looks pretty plain but very tasteful and futuristic, with all these premium materials of soft leather and some plastic. The only downside here is that the door panel collects fingerprints and smudges, which is pretty bad honestly. And unfortunately also, you can barely see some combination of 2 color tones, which don't look contrasty at all. Well, I guess I was unlucky to stumble upon a car like this one with plain interior colors. But other than that, everything else is so beautiful. And as you saw now, a small door pocket which is unfortunate, a nice looking speaker grille, and a tasteful looking scuff plate is included as well. And of course, we also have 2-ways power supported lumbars for each front leather seat. This new crown is loaded with quirks and features such as adaptive cruise control, lane departure and keep assist, lane tracing assist as well, traction control, blind spot monitoring, pedestrian detection, rear cross traffic alert, and just name a few. Along with a 12.3 digital gauge cluster, which I'm not really a big fan of because it looks like a big punched cubby hole through a glossy tablet device or some sort. So couldn't they just make it as a flat screen instead of this ridiculous design like other competitions do? But in general, if you get inside, the first thing your eyes catches is the front dash, which looks so beautiful and futuristic indeed. In fact, it looks far better than the previous Avalon's dash. But I just can't find myself digging this door panel because it's so plain and all blacked out. But I really love this dash because it looks so sleek and exquisite, and it feels so cohesive and premium as well. And what I also really love is that the center stack looks so simple and more user-friendly. So we won't be getting too many and confusing buttons and knobs. Now about this OLED display, which supports wireless, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it's about 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen, which is pretty big in modern standards and so vibrant as well. And there are also dual-zone climate controls and also a phone socket with a wireless charging feature, so you can charge your phone wirelessly along with a view switch to activate the cameras and another small cubby hole with 2 USB ports as well. But 2 more features are worth pointing out is that there are heated and ventilated seats, and in the infotainment system, there's a voice command. And there are even more functionalities such as traction and auto hold buttons and a drive mode switch, along with the electronic braking. So sound off in the comments below about the overall interior design. There's also a big amount of storage under the armrest and with 2 items included inside, a USB port and a 12-volt, but it doesn't stop there because you can also open the armrest and get access to the storage from both sides, just like some other Lexus vehicles. Very nice indeed. There's an auto dimming feature in this mirror, but I'm not so certain if there's an LED screen for more rear monitoring. But I think this sort of feature is only reserved for big SUVs, which is quite normal. But the big surprise here is the panoramic sunroof, which is currently blocked by the sunshade. But unfortunately, the sunroof itself can never be opened whatsoever. Now let's see what more features in the back. Continuing on with the back door panel, which still looks plain, but the panel design looks a bit different from the front doors. But everything else, like the materials, are quite the same. And we also have about the same size door pocket as the front ones. But the big surprise is that there's a small speaker cover on this door. And not only that, but also the entire sound system is fully implemented with JBL speakers, which is a premium quality from a well-known audio brand. But one thing worth pointing out is that you'll need to subscribe to monthly services in order to get a full access to Toyota's infotainment system, which is a big demerit. As you can see, the legroom is pretty spacious indeed, but the only problem here is that the foot gap under the front seat is so narrow, so it's very bad. There are some features for the back seat, such as dual AC vents and 2 USB-C ports for super fast charging capabilities, and I also love the fact that the floor is nearly flat because the lump in the center is minimal. And also, good thing they included some ventilations for the back seat. Very nice. And they also included 2 backrest reclining switches for more ergonomic adjustments, but I'm not really sure what the middle switch for. And finally, in the same armrest, there are 2 cup holders and a storage under it, and that's about it for this review. Next, check out more reviews just like this one, placed in the end screen at the last 10 seconds of this video. And if you enjoyed my blabbering like always, please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, as it'll help a lot to grow and for more future car review contents. So thank you so much for watching, and until then, have a good one.